Making money online with affiliate marketing and SEO is one of the greatest feelings in the world. But then seemingly something popping up such as artificial intelligence can seemingly threaten what it is that we do online to put food on the table or just to make a few extra bucks on the side. So in this video, I'm going to show you the thinking, the methodology that you are going to need to adapt to right now so that you can survive the oncoming AI onslaught that's happening with SEO. So if you have ever been in any type of crisis training or maybe learned CPR, one of the first things they always tell you is do not panic. And that's not what we're going to do right here. Seemingly every YouTube video, podcast, and tweet that you see out there is telling you that SEO, affiliate marketing, is going to be killed off by AI. And that's just not true, especially when you look at it in this fashion. So here's a few things that I want you to keep in mind as we move through this so that you can get through almost any situation, but definitely the one that has to deal with AI and SEO and affiliate marketing. So the first thing you need to do is, number one, understand the strengths and the weaknesses of AI. We need to understand who this happens to be, what AI is, and where can we insert ourselves as people in order to dominate this entire industry. So the strengths of AI just happen to be that now we can use AI to create more content faster. That's one of the best benefits of using AI is that we can create more faster and is actually pretty good. And that's really what the big difference in this is. AI and article spinners and all of this stuff has been around for years, but now what's out there right now is actually can create pretty good content that still needs to be human edited so that we can give people exactly what they want, which we'll get into later in the video. So that's the strength of AI, being able to come together and use it a lot more to create more helpful content online. Now, the weakness of AI is the fact that it's very impersonal. Now, it can fake it as much as possible. It can say that I did this, and you can write it in first person and do it, but it's just going to be making it up from the get-go. That is the weakness that is inherent and will never really be a part of AI now or even in the future. However, that's where we can insert ourselves and really make a difference in the content that we are producing online. Now, one thing that AI is very good at is accumulating information. It can go take a snapshot of the internet depending on when it looks at it, and then from there, it can just spit out the information based on a probability index, meaning it can figure out what you're asking and then spit out to you what it most likely think is going to be the answer. So there is a good and a bad to this. It's good because, hey, it can figure out what you want relatively quickly, but then it's bad because now information is going to become a commodity, because anyone can do it at any time just by pressing a button. The AI cannot go out there and figure out the right answer. What it does is it looks at a whole bunch of accumulations of answers and then makes a probable guess as to what it happens to be. So if we were to somehow convince the entire world that 2 + 2 = 5, and we put it out there on the internet somewhere, and the AI read it and saw it as more of a probability that this was the answer versus 2 + 2 = 4, it's going to tell you that 2 + 2 = 5 because it doesn't care. It doesn't know. It's cold, calculated, and it just spits out what is already read. And which, when you really think about it, most of the content on the internet is already that. It's loaded full of a whole bunch of people with differing opinions, which is the whole reason why they have backlinks and they want you to get your EEAT up and running, because they want to make sure that you are a real person and has some type of stake in the game if some wrong information was given and someone were to be harmed. Using the previous tip and others are really going to help you to not be afraid when you're moving into this whole new AI revolution that's happening when we are creating our content sites. So if you want some real help with this as well, be sure to go check out oneblogaway.co. And there I have some free trainings as well as a premium community that you can check out that will really help you in not having to go through this alone while still getting some real help from full-time bloggers. So be sure to go check it out. There's a link in the description. The next thing to remember is that AI shares the same pool of data. And especially if you're using one of the GPT models, they are all taken from the same little snapshot of the internet is taking. Now, if you're using any of the other large language models, such as Bard or Claude or whatever, there's a ton of them out there. They all are pretty much getting the same information from the same place. So with that in mind, there will be a time where a lot of content on the internet is going to be pretty much the same, which in order to stand out, you're going to have to do some other things, such as adding some unique stories, some personal anecdotes. You're going to have to actually buy products that you were doing reviews on. Those kinds of things are going to help you stand out from the same little sea of information that's already out there. Another thing that you can do is create your own unique research. Now, this isn't anything new, but it does take a little bit of elbow grease. You will need to pick up the phone and maybe call people within your industry and get unique information from them that you can include into your content. This is going to make you seem different. It's going to make you seem real, and it's going to help you stand out from the sea of sameness that will be AI content over the years. The next thing that we need to do is we need to align ourselves with these social networks. Whatever they want, we are going to have to create content that supports that whole method of existing. So for example, Google in last year, I believe, made $162 billion just from ads, meaning people paying money to be on the first page of Google, and then they charge for that benefit, for that privilege. So if that's the case, we need to make sure that we continue to feed the beast with topics that people are going to be looking for so that Google can continue to use that ad model. So if we can help Google make more money, then we will make more money. You see how that works? All right. So the next thing we have to worry about is duplicate content. So a minute ago, we were talking about how all of the content online at some point might just be flooded with a whole bunch of sameness, just the same information, just being regurgitated in differing ways. But if we can change the way that we create content so that it actually separates itself from everything else that is out there, then we can elevate the content of the entire internet and make it better than what's already out there. And we do this by not just simply pressing a button on an AI tool and then posting the content from there. We have to actually look at it. We need to edit it. We need to have other people look at it. We need to make sure it looks good. We need to add anecdotes, make it funny, add personality, do all those types of things, tie it to other social media so that people can see that we're a real person. Whatever needs to happen, this is what we are going to need to do in order to elevate our content and really make the internet a better place. And then next, anytime you say the word algorithm, all you really need to do is replace that with people, because the algorithms, they are following these people. So whatever these algorithms are doing is what the people are doing. So we need to create content that people actually want to consume, to watch, to read, to hear, whatever it is we happen to be doing at the time. We do this by being authentic and upfront in our content. We need to be real. We need to show people that we are not cold-blooded machines, that we are actually human beings who are trying to help other people out of a jam. This type of thinking is what's going to help us to continue going forward, even when this machine learning stuff seems to be taking everything away from us, when in actuality, it's not. We just need to create content that is better than what's out there. When we look at this really the best way possible, we realize that we're actually moving into a nice, maybe even better form of what we are doing in the past. That's probably going to make us get us more traffic and make us more money. In fact, if you would like some real help with this, be sure to go check out oneblogaway.co. That's oneblogaway.co. I have a new masterclass that I just released there showing you the ideology of how to use AI to really dominate on the Google search engine results. And most importantly, I show you exactly how I create content using AI as well.